Oh. Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Should we not start from the beginning?
Now, Susan, I don't actually see you. I don't actually hear you on stream.
Gotta keep an eye on that. So, Susan is trying to figure out how to turn on her voice.
We're professionals here at Ready Up, as you know.
There we go. There we go. It does this to me every time. I should know better. There we go. We should be alright now. Yeah?
Okay.
I can see the lines bouncing. 26th of spring, year 3. Hello and welcome to Rabbiton Farm. I am Susan.
Yep, it's we're getting I'm getting voice feedback from Susan on the stream. Excellent.
Cool. Hi. This is my house. I'm not very good at interior decorating. I have married Sebastian. I have a child upstairs that I don't know what to do with.
How is Sebastian for interior decorating?
Oh, he's shit. Look at him. He does nothing. He like stands there and just watches me.
Where is he?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
He's over in
Who's
the
the
kitchen.
emo dude?
He's that's
Sebastian.
my husband, Sebastian. So I talked to him.
Just guarding the fridge.
Basically, although today is Friday, so he's gonna take a walk because he needs some time to himself, which just basically just means he's gonna go wander over to his parents' house and then come back in the evening.
Oh, he's such a dish.
Such a dish. I can't remember any of the controls. Good lord, how do I go back to like my items and think? Oh, no,
Sorry,
that's
did I
not
say
that.
dish? I meant douche.
Oh.
It's okay, Susan. You've only played 95 hours of this.
I know, but this is like a long time ago. Oh, there we go. Escape. I
Hit him with
wanted
your
to
sword.
give him something. I got hit him with my sword. He's my husband. That's
Oh.
not very nice.
Yes, you can. That's what the swords are for.
But I am going to give him some quartz because he really likes quartz. Even though I like literally just pick it up off the floor. He's
Quartz is
like, thanks, I
lovely.
like this. Let me show you the baby.
Oh, it's one of those
My baby
games with
Tom
all
is
of the different
sleeping.
things in it. Bloody all of them.
What do you mean all of the different things in it?
Yeah, I just
Do
saw
you
open-
legitimately not know what this is?
I do. Yeah, I do. I'm being facetious.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was going to say, because for the purpose of anyone watching the stream who hasn't seen this before, Stardew Valley is a very blatant but lovingly crafted Harvest Moon homage. It is absolutely Harvest Moon in almost every way, but it does add some things.
You got a purple
what was
mushroom.
Yeah, the wizard sent me a purple mushroom. He's my friend.
That's good. What are you going to do with it? Chuck it in the well.
That's what might do. Or just like, now I need to do my chores. Sorry. My farm
It's
is
a
like
hard
quite.
life being a gamer, isn't it? Jesus.
I know, right?
I wonder what the appeal is of actually working on a farm in a game.
Well,
Can you not see?
In real life, I wouldn't want to do this.
the
No.
thing is though, like the game starts off with like you living this shitty life in this dead end job, and then you're basically just like, I'm done with this. My grandpa left me a farm, even though I know nothing about agriculture. I'm gonna go run this farm.
Yeah, look at all these happy animals. It's probably better than being in an office, right?
Well, that's the message of this game essentially. Quit your job and go
Yeah.
run a farm, right?
Yeah. Pastoral, return to nature.
Where did I put that
Oh,
milk
look, they're
pail?
free range.
They are free range. Only free range eggs here. You get to watch me love and milk my cows in a second, which is just
Oh.
weird.
That's a pig. That's not a cow. Why is
Okay,
there
listen.
a
Okay,
giant pig in there?
under the regulations of this farming community, you can in fact sell pig milk. So
No, you
Wow.
can't sell pig milk, but you can't milk pigs.
What are you doing to that cow?
I'm trying to milk it.
Pixel
He has no
udders.
milk right now.
They've
It's
all
just like
got pixel udders. Oh my god.
they only give milk like every now and then. Oh shit! Sorry, sheep don't make milk.
You need to get one of those big industrial machines that suck all the milk out of them.
Basically, yeah. I mean, like, look at this. It's already 9:40 a.m. and I haven't even finished all of my chores yet.
You need to mechanise this shit.
I do need to mechanise this shit. I need to, like, trim my fucking sheep as well.
And that's the thing about this game, is that all the logical extensions you would expect of taking Harvest Moon to its logical extreme are apparently available in this game eventually. Like, different kinds of generators and different the structures you can build and how expansive your farm can be. It's like it really is like a hardcore Harvest Moon fan put everything he wanted in a game or she wanted in a game.
Yeah, like I think I spoke about this like a while ago, but it's kind of like you said, everything kind of taken to the extreme, like everything like done like a little bit bigger, a little bit better.
Yep.
So like there's dungeons and shit as well, which is pretty cool.
A little bit of a Rune Factory influence there, perhaps.
Perhaps. Do I use a hoe or a pickaxe? I can never remember like what I used to. Oh, I'll probably use a scythe. Fuck. I know how to farm. Oh shit. No, I don't know any of the controls now. And I've got loads of kale here. Look at how hipster this farm is.
Is that kale?
Yeah.
Don't hit the kale.
There's kale, but it needs a scythe to harvest it. So, but I'll take like all of these things. No. Oh yeah, I feel like I should give you a tour of the farm. Here is my farm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here is your kale.
Here's my kale. I forgot what these are. I don't know. What
Cherry
these little...
trees?
I forget you guys are watching 20 seconds behind what I'm actually doing, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and then I have kind of like artisan production farm.
Those look
thing
like
going on.
shallots or garlic.
They might be garlic. I can't remember. I really
Thank you
can't
for
remember.
joining us, Verity.
I'm a big fan of garlic.
Yeah? Trying to plant some more garlic. I can't remember what I was doing in this game.
Is Verity saying she can only hear Fran and not anyone else?
But she's got to head off.
Bye,
Yeah, but before that
Verity.
she said I can hear Fran.
Oh, that was
after-
ages ago, wasn't it?
But I asked her just now, can you hear everyone? Sorry, I didn't say Fran, I said
No, I just heard you
Verity.
say that.
Oh,
I'm very confused.
I don't know.
I just
what's
checked.
happening.
I just checked the stream, which is
Okay.
20 seconds behind, and I just heard Dean ask, "Can Verity only hear Fran?" So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
pretty sure
cool.
that's not true if I heard that.
Yeah. We could all like sing a song, do a kind of barbershop quartet,
Just
sing
to be
some
sure.
rounds, and
Oh, can we do that? Because that sounds wonderful.
Does sound
I
pretty
want-
wonderful.
Apart from problems with OBS, which I assume is the culprit, but because your stream seems super smooth and fine, as it looks like it's running at 60 as it should be.
yeah.
I wonder if any issues have been introduced by the fact that Twitch has started migrating to an HTML5 player now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're finally ditching their Flash player.
Oh, that might be part of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably like a combination of all the different things.
All these factors, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the fact that you changed your graphics card as well.
That
Yeah,
potentially that as well. I will double check that. But Trynant returns.
Hello.
Hello, Trynant.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. Check out my beautiful house.
Was
The
that- is that a
complete
loon?
opposite of Kerbal Space Program.
It kind
Yeah.
of is,
Really?
isn't it?
Yeah. Like they're both simulations, but one is an extremely realistic, well, apart from, the small green people, but an extremely realistic physics-based simulation, whereas the other is a fantastical interpretation of farming life.
What are you saying? This isn't how farming works.
This isn't
Might
how
not
farming
be,
works. Yeah, it might
It's
not be.
really.
like, generally
What farm has
speaking,
kale?
Oh, that was what I was gonna do. I was gonna farm my kale. I've
You need
bloody
a
walked
scythe.
off. Yeah, I forgot where I put my scythe.
I mean, do you bag a husband by feeding them lots of cake?
Basically, yeah.
Well,
Well,
Actually, okay.
whatever they like. Except my husband
Yeah.
likes sashimi for some really weird reason. Yes. So I had to just feed him loads of fish.
Eat this raw fish.
Eat this raw fish. Take it down, raw fish.
There's an innuendo in there somewhere.
But then it's like you can like make friends and things like that. And where the fuck is my scythe? Seriously, where did I put my scythe?
What did you do with it? Did you throw it in the well?
Did I just throw everything down the well? I throw little Timmy down the well as well.
I'll tell you what. Why bother farming when you have such a big screen TV?
Yeah, this is true.
Let's just watch Jeremy Kyle.
What there it is! God.
Where's
It was
gone?
there the whole time. I left it in the chest in the barn. Now I can go
in the
like harvest
barn.
my kale.
You're telling me these aren't magic Resident Evil chests where the inventory transports to every chest that you encounter?
No, I wish. That would make it so much more convenient.
It's not all about convenience, though, is it?
No, it's
Farming's
not.
hard work.
Farming is hard work. You know, like, so in this game you build up relationships with people, right? By like basically bribing them, giving them gifts and shit.
Yeah.
As is standard, right?
Harsh commentary on real life.
Harsh commentary in real life. People can be
You
bought.
should be used to that, Sue. You should play Dragon Age.
This is true. It's just like, oh, I fucked up on this mission by going against everything that you believe in. Here, have some wine and we're cool now, right? Yeah, so this, you just kind of just give people like loads of stuff and you build those relationships and things. And then you get like little scenes with them and stuff. And you find out a little bit more about them. You get them to marry you. Well, this one due to marry me. But my husband had, he has this like motorcycle. And he was all like, oh, one of these days I just want to leave this stupid town and go ride my motorcycle and never come back. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna lock you down and trap you on my farm. So just
That's the kind of subtext of pretty much every Western ever made, right?
yeah, pretty much. And then you know, you can have conversations with
Yeah.
your characters, and then he was like, oh, really happy being here with you, and I'm like, are you really? Are you really? It's probably not. This is not what he imagined his life would be like.
Yeah, he just wanted to ride a horse around the wild prairie.
I'm just taking a bus to the desert.
Motorcycle
To the
senpai
desert.
can never leave.
Motorcycle senpai can never leave, yeah, indeed. I was gonna check I have everything I need before I go.
Oh no, Trynant, this isn't Agricola. This is more like Caverna, because you can go on
shit,
dungeon
oh shit, oh
crawlers
shit.
as well.
Oh, I forgot all the controls. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
You're gonna go fight some stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dungeoning.
I-
The
this
really
may-
weird
this-
thing about this game
Oh.
is that it has like a dungeon.
I
Yeah.
did not
element
know
to it.
this.
Yeah.
It's piqued my interest now.
Yeah,
So
sort of things to hit with a sword. now.
it's in addition to the incredibly heavy Harvest Moon influence, it's also influenced by Harvest Moon's little sister, brother, whatever, which is Rune Factory, which was basically a very basic Harvest Moon with dungeon crawling.
Yes, I've played that as well.
Huh.
Cool. Well, yeah, this has elements of both. So.
I mean, as different as this is to Kerbal Space Program, they both fill me with the same kind of existential dread.
In what way
In what
do
way?
you?
well,
Yeah, I was
you
gonna say,
know,
let's
like-
interrogate that a little bit.
Well, it's, you know, in Kerbal Space Program, you're kind of like facing the eternal void of space, and in this game, you're endlessly picking cabbages. And I don't know if there's that much difference.
You don't know which is
between them.
worse in the.
Yes. I'm trying to decide.
So this is like I guess you would call it like the advanced dungeon. The
Mhm,
first
yeah.
dungeon that you have has a set number of levels and is based relatively close to your house.
You got some sap.
Yeah, I got some
Are-
sap.
Are the dungeon RNG'd, Susan? Are they procedurally generated every time you play?
This one is, yes. The first one is, no. The first one not
Okay.
so much. The first one
Sure.
has a set number of floors, and you know you get to the bottom of the floor and then you kind of win the dungeon. This one is just
Okay.
perpetual.
Cool.
But the deeper you go in this one, the better the better value items you get.
All right. Okay.
So with this one, it's just like you just try and get down deep as you can. But of
It's
course,
sort of It's a real risk reward balance.
Yeah.
Do you lose everything if you die then?
No, if I get if I get knocked out, and well, the doctor like comes patches me up, I might lose some money and some items, but I'm kind of at this stage in the game where it's not really that big a loss, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's more the inconvenience.
Is there actually anything else that you can buy of value in this game? Like, you know, is there a purpose to what you're doing now? Because in Kerbal Space Program we were trying to get into space, and that didn't go so well. But
I
what
guess
are you actually trying to do in this? Because they're both self-directed, aren't they? So.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, like, I guess at this point, probably not so much, because I'm quite, like, far in and quite, you know, at an advanced stage. I've upgraded all my tools, I've unlocked this huge-ass dungeon, I'm married, I have a kid.
Fourth house upgrade in Animal Crossing level.
Basically,
Okay.
yeah. But starting again is, you know, if I were to start again, which I might do, I don't know, it would be about, you know, trying to get to this kind of level.
Yeah.
And there's satisfaction in that, I think. Like, you
Does
know,
your
96 hours proves it, basically.
Yeah. So are you happy to carry on playing this every now and again when you feel like you Harvest Moon fix, or do you feel happy that you've accomplished everything that you want to and that you've essentially beaten the game?
Well, this is the thing, like, I did wonder, like, when would I stop? Because there was a point where I was getting up at, like, 5 in the morning, like a real farm person, to actually play this game.
yeah.
But then I thought, like, well, when will I stop? Because there's other bits and pieces to this game. There's so much when you first start, right? There's even, like, you know, almost like little unlockable quest thingies that you can do. Like, you're trying to restore this, like, community centre by fulfilling various goals. And so what I thought, like, you know, I'll stop after I've done all that, and then I didn't, and it was like, oh, I'll stop after I've married Sebastian, and then I didn't,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, well, I'll stop after I have a kid, and then I didn't. But then I was like, no, I'll just stop, because if I keep saying, oh, I'll stop after blah blah blah, then I'm never gonna, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's got a little bit of the MMO slash Minecraft slash
Is somebody
survival
breathing
game.
on their mic?
Who's breathing really heavily on the mic?
It's not me.
No, don't think it's me, unless
Somebody getting really excited about something.
I think it might be Fran. Fran, are you heavy breathing on the mic?
Are you catching another Weedle?
No, I had to put the headset down.
Ah, okay
Oh.
then.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Ah, that's alright.
I realised that
Oh
that I'd
shit! Sorry, gone.
no, I realised that I'd ended up sitting in the dark.
Oh,
What?
Well,
the light
you
is
know,
gone.
yeah, I came home and it was light. I've been sat in front of my laptop and it slowly got darker, and
Oh.
I had the laptop light in my face. I realised it had gone pitch black, so I figured it might have been time while everyone was sort of chatting to quickly go and turn the light on.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, I was asking, is it sort of MMO like in that you're setting your own goals, basically?
yeah, I guess so. Oh shit! I need to like lock up the I need to close the barns and shit. Trynant says you'll stop playing Stardew Valley when I stop playing Diablo 2 and its clones, and yeah, you
Oh,
know.
there you go.
Well, but it's a habit. I can break it at any time.
To
Oh,
be
sure.
fair, I did play Diablo 3 quite a lot, but only ever with other people, and it kind of essentially became a bit of a pride chat room for me. It's like, you know, a reason to chat to people whilst you're doing something fairly kind of like, you know, routine that you don't have to think about that much.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah,
same
that's
time,
what-
you can still get the occasional moment where you get some cool loot drop or something.
That's what a lot of MMOs turn into at the end game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just log in for your dailies,
Yeah.
get those out of the way, say hello to a couple of people, and maybe if the MMO has been patched, it'll have added a couple of features to the game. I do know that Guild Wars 2 is having a fairly big update at the end of the month, so that should see a rush of our guildies from the backloggery returning to that.
I made like
That's-
so much money today
Oh.
on this game.
Fantastic.
Not
And
like
you can
in
just
real
go to
life.
sleep. You just walked into your bed.
22,414 G, and most of that's from freaking kale.
There you go.
Oh, so do you instantly sell it as soon as you harvest? You don't have to
Well, if
take
you
it
have
to
no,
market.
you can either go to the store and sell it, or you can drop it in like your shipping crate, and then it will calculate it at the end of the day.
Trynant's asking what's happening in Guild Wars 2.
For those familiar with Guild Wars and its structure, or for those unfamiliar rather, I'll just very quickly explain. You had the base game, Guild Wars 2, it's like a pay once and then that's you. There's no subscription fee. And they supported the game with continuous updates in a form called Living Story. And
This was the main reason that I was interested in this game, because it seemed the most kind of narrative motivated kind of MMO out there.
So these were like episodic updates to the game set after the main storyline. So you finish your personal storyline up to level 80, and then the level cap doesn't go up, but all sorts of other forms of progression are introduced. And you've got further story via the Living Story. And there were 2 seasons of Living Story. And as long as you logged in while an episode was active, you got the entire episode for free. I think later they did start selling some of the Living Story season episodes for gems, which is like their in-game currency to real-life currency. But you don't need any of this. Once Living Story Season 2 ended, and a full-on expansion came out called Heart of Thorns, and that
I
added
was just about to say, is that Heart of Thorns? So.
Yeah, that's Heart of Thorns. It added a full character class. It added a new sort of part of the continent. It added gliding to the main game, which is super fun. So it adds a bit of verticality to the gameplay. It's not quite flying from World of Warcraft, but it's close. So that was a big deal, and that had an entire story arc in it, and that's just finished up. And while there are like raid type things happening now, and raids are new to Guild Wars, they've always just been dungeons with multiple paths before. You'd have a story path and 3 explorable paths, which were the hardcore paths.
Okay.
But they added raids recently, and more importantly, Living Story Season 3 starts, I believe, on the 26th of July, I want to say.
Okay.
And a trailer came out for it, and it picks up right after the end of the personal storyline for the end of Heart of Thorns. So I'm looking forward to that, because I just finished that a couple of weeks ago, actually. So one of the controversial things that Heart of Thorns added was the mastery system. It's cool in that it basically lets you level up after you hit level 80 without. It's like a light level, I suppose, a bit. If you're familiar with Destiny's
from Diablo.
If you're familiar with Destiny's system or Diablo's system, yeah, it's kind of like that. But you could trade in the points you get from the masteries to do certain things, so you can enhance that gliding I told you about to make you glide faster.
Okay.
Or you can become like a commander when you're in cities and act as like you'll show up on the minimap as like a mentor. Lots of things like that, so you can actually spend the masteries on things, and they're pretty cool. Why they were also controversial, however, is that a couple of them were required to progress through the personal story of Heart of Thorns, and they could be a bit grindy.
Oh, it was garlic. Sorry, those little shoots of garlic.
I told you it's garlic. I know garlic when I see it as well.
Well done.
Garlic.
Sorry, I made you lose your thread there.
No, I was just talking about masteries. So yeah, the masteries, I thought they were pretty cool, but I also see the point of contention over the grinding involved, because it was a little annoying when you just got to the first area in Heart of Thorns, and then you had to unlock gliding to progress further. So you just had to sort of run around and do random events, which I enjoy, because the event system in Guild Wars 2 is good. Just stuff is
it kind of
happening
scales
on the map.
based on how many people are in an area, right?
Exactly,
Kind of
yeah.
Masteries
meant to be
annoys
how Destiny
Trynant
works.
still.
Yes.
Grinding the Maguma areas bores me to tears, or you could level your first masteries to unlock gliding. Please tell me they made that auto get.
I think they might have made it auto get now, but I'm not certain. But yes, the Maguma area he's talking about is the Heart of Thorns area. It's
So basically, they might have streamlined some of this
They
stuff.
may have streamlined some of this now. At launch, yeah, it was a bit, and within like 2 weeks, they halved the experience required for each mastery level. It was really, really annoying for everybody who'd spent that first 2 weeks.
That's pretty standard for MMOs in
Yep.
terms of like,
Sounds like
we'll
game
release
development to me.
Yeah, but we'll release a new update and then make it very easy to get the stuff that took ages to get the previous. I mean, that's what Destiny's been doing as well.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because you want people to keep coming back to it and not having to catch up with everyone. Like,
Yeah.
Do you think then that fans are kind of just used to that shit happening to them then, or
I think it's a kind of
it's just an accepted?
a part of the genre,
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah. Trinant's point is very valid. Maguma is no worse than Or. Or was the previous end game area, and it's just kind of this mass of people running around and end game stuff. But because of the way Guild Wars 2 is built, in that every area will level you down or scale you down, you'll still be more powerful than you were at that level, but you will be approximately scaled down.
So does it scale you down to other people you're playing with, like fun?
It just straight up scales you down to that area. So yes, that would include the other people there.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, that's because of that. Exploring old areas is actually quite fun.
Yes.
And one of the cool things I like about the mastery system is that they actually created a completely separate set of masteries for the old continent, the main game. So if you go back there and you're already over level 80, which pretty much everybody is, when you're back there, you can sit and level up your masteries. So that's for the things like becoming a mentor to other people, or there's like legendary collections, to build a legendary weapon, and that's really cool because legendaries normally take hundreds and hundreds of hours of dungeon grinding. Whereas with these collection systems, you can at least cut out some of the steps involved by doing these cool little, they're kind of like the trading quests in Zelda games. You kind of like go to places and do things and give someone an item, and there's some narrative stuff going on there, which is cool.
Did you just harvest something called blue jazz honey?
Yeah, so I forgot what you call them, beehives, there we go, that's the word.
Yeah.
The beehives, ordinarily they would just produce honey, but if you plant them next to if you put specific flowers next to them, then they produce
cool.
type of flower honey that was.
Yeah.
So I currently had blue jazz around the beehives, so they're making me blue jazz honey, and that sells for like slightly more than regular type honey.
Yeah, they're flying around with little berets on.
Yeah. Yes, that is what they are doing. I suppose I could like show you guys like another area. I suppose talking about this game, like I'm surprised I've lasted as long as like year 3, I suppose, because it's kind of like there are festivals throughout each year.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, Susan.
Sorry,
see you later, Trynant. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice chatting to you.
Sorry, Sue, go on.
Oh yeah, no worries. So there are different festivals that happen throughout the calendar year, and it's kind of they're quite sweet. You know, there might be something. There's like a feast at Christmas, and you have to give somebody a gift. There's like a potluck lunch type thing in the spring, and there's like a dance and stuff like that. And then I thought, like, like I get to the second year, would anything change? And no, not really. The events ran pretty much exactly the same as they did the previous year, which wasn't really that fun. It's kind of like you felt like you had to live out the year, and then you see something different, and then that was kind of the end of that. So that made
that's a comment on life, just like kind of eternal tedium.
How many years does it go on for? Does it go on for like? Do you die at the age of like 83?
I haven't got that far, but I would assume that it's just kind of like perpetual, as long as
You're
you
an
want to play
immortal.
Yeah,
So
basically.
this is limbo, basically.
This is limbo, basically.
Right.
Limbo through like careful farming. But
I really don't want to play this game. I've already got suicidal tendencies. It might just be too much for me.
I agree. I'm happy just to watch Suze play. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
not sure I can handle playing this myself.
Oh, I can't wait to play this.
yeah, Scarlett, really excited. As a veteran Harvest Mooner, how does this game make you feel?
This looks amazing, and that's basically everything I heard about it. I intentionally avoided this game, as mentioned previously, so that it'd all be fresh. But I don't mind seeing a little teaser. Before I get started. I think I'm going to hold out until the co-op update is introduced.
Oh, the co-op update would be really cool.
And we might get some of that going. I've got a friend in Germany named Perry who would like to join me for that as well. So yeah, we could get quite a lot of co-op going for that.
Sweet.
Sebastian says, I don't often show it, but I'm really happy that I'm your husband. Marrying you was the best decision I ever made. Aww.
That's because he just gets to do
don't
nothing.
ruin this.
I was going to say, he does absolutely nothing, does he?
Take this
He's
away
just
from
fed.
I love being a kept man, basically.
Well,
He gets to sit around and eat fish.
And every now and again, you give him some quartz just to keep him around.
just to keep him sweet, yeah. Although, like,
Yeah.
there was one time when I booted up this game, and you could do like certain things, and make progress on different life events and things. And one of the life events was like basically having a baby, right? So I had to just kind of like just be happily married for a certain number of days, give him presents, keep him sweet, go to bed before he does, because usually I get in at like midnight or some shit, and he's already like asleep. And then a dialogue box pops up in the middle of the night, like, "Do you think we should have a baby?" And I'm like, "Okay, yes." And then just life carried on as normal. And he came out onto the porch one day, and he just basically stood there. And then I was like, "Hello, husband." Spoke to him for a little bit, and he was like, "Dear, don't you know that you're pregnant?" And I was like, "You're still making me run around this fucking farm." It's like, thanks for that. And then 14 days later, there was a baby, because that's how it works in real life.
Oh yeah, that's totally how it works, right?
18 months.
18?
Did you say 18 months?
No, it's like 14 days later there was a baby.
14 days?
Yeah. Did you not know how that's how that works, Dean?
No, apparently not. I didn't know you could kind of like accelerate the process.
That's just how it is. No accelerated process about it. I was thinking, like, I'm really antisocial. I don't speak to any of the other villagers. Just speak to my husband, and that's it. We can go visit the local hermit if you like.
Well, surely, like, you needn't speak to them unless you want something from them. This is kind of like the message that the game is telling you.
Yeah, I suppose so. But, like, I feel bad because the wizard keeps sending me mushrooms.
Well, yeah, you should send him something back. But then you might end up having an affair with him.
Oh, no, that's true. The doctor was...
What's this fruit doing in a cave?
Oh, you can have two types of cave.
The fruit cave?
No, you could... So, one time somebody comes up and says to you, "Oh, like, I can sort out your cave for you. I can give you a really super sweet cave. You can either have mushrooms or fruit." And
mushrooms make sense, but fruit?
Yeah, like an idiot, I chose fruit. I should have chosen mushrooms, because there's not really any other way that you could really reliably get mushrooms all year round. But I chose fruit, and apparently bats come and bring you fruit.
Fruit bats?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they call them fruit bats.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I wish I'd chosen mushrooms instead. I mean, like, if you go in the cave and you look around, you can see, like, little dots where their eyes are, and they're just watching you. It's a little bit weird.
I've seen you do the same thing now several times.
Yeah. This
What
is
do you
really starting to make me anxious.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean because the day's, like, quite repetitive?
The repetitiveness, yeah.
Yeah, this is basically this game, but I mean, especially in the very early stages, you're very much doing things, and it's kind of a struggle because you only have a certain amount of energy levels, and you can only kind of like crush up a couple of rocks before your character is close to collapsing. It's just like Harvest Moon.
Yes.
Early
Harvest Moon is really pretty punishing.
Yeah.
You've got to build up that upper body strength, haven't you?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the thing about Harvest Moon initially, before you play it, and probably this, is that you don't realize how many like crazy random events, and there's a real hidden depth to the game that only starts to reveal itself once you've managed to get like a sustainable farm going.
Yeah, and it was pretty much like this. Like, I mean, this is luxurious. This is
Yeah.
easy. Like, this is like I said, in a very advanced stage. I have like the best tools I could possibly have. If I were to start again from scratch, it would be hard. It would be so hard. First of all, you need to like tidy up the farm. You don't really have much money, so you need to be like careful about what seeds you buy. You can only plant a certain amount of seeds before your character gets tired, and there's no way to restore energy except for eating food, which you can't afford. And it's just like it's just a struggle, and it makes you wonder, like, is the character just thinking, why the fuck did I leave my very comfortable, if boring, job to go and starve on the farm, basically? But yeah. Like, I mean, like, if you're not loving this, we can always stop.
Oh, I love it. I'm enjoying this.
Scott's loving this. Yeah, there's
We're
nothing
mostly
much
just
I
chilling
can
out and
do.
talking anyway.
Yeah,
That's true. So how are you
I
guys
feel-
doing? How are you guys
I'm-
today?
I'm alright. I've got a bit of a cold, which I caught from Develop.
Oh, really? How was developed there?
Yeah, it was really good. I saw some really cool stuff. Hideo Kojima's note was great. So I'm going to write a piece about that.
Cool.
And like literally 90% of the panels were about VR.
Nice.
You know, I'm exaggerating slightly, but
It did seem like that this year.
it was
yeah.
loads. It was loads, and like all of the ones that looked interesting to me were the VR ones. So I just ended up going to a shit ton of VR sessions. And like the highlight for me was of all of that was seeing Anna Sweet from Oculus talking. She gave the keynote the first day. Yeah. That was really interesting. It was really interesting to hear kind of like from Oculus about their vision, and they spoke about a thing that I hadn't realised they were doing called VR for Good, which is about kind of matching NGOs and documentary filmmakers up to VR to kind of see what they will do with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and one of the people that I met at the show as well was the guy who is in charge of interactive storytelling at the BBC. And they've been experimenting with VR documentaries, basically, amongst other things, which I hadn't realised. They've already like done one that's available to download and play now, which is about kind of like the experience of doing a border crossing as a Syrian refugee. So pretty interesting stuff, and you know, the potential for VR for documentary and kind of like empathetic kind of like works is really
huge,
strong. Yeah. And like, so one of the only things that I managed to try on the expo was a kind of documentary about Chernobyl.
Okay.
So they're basically it's not a full recreation of Chernobyl. It's basically you get a kind of aerial view, and you can click on different locations to explore, and they take the form of either 360 photographs or 360 kind of videos, or kind of like there are a few spaces that you can actually walk around and explore.
Okay.
But those ones tend to make you a bit sick because the walking around was really, really strange. But yeah, it's just in terms of like getting to like look around Chernobyl, it is kind of cool, and like they seeded in kind of like interviews and other kind of like ways of delivering factual information. So it's like a really educational kind of tool. So it's, yeah, really, really cool. Totally looking forward to experiences like that, I think.
You reckon? Was there what did Kojima speak about in his keynote?
So he was speaking to Mark Cerny, who's
the chief architect of the PS4
exactly, yeah,
and the creator of Marble Madness.
Yes, so quite a high up executive at Sony, and so obviously the questions that he was being asked were quite pedestrian and nothing particularly kind of like, you know, transgressive or anything. Like, there were 2 questions thrown out to the audience, and one person started by mentioning Silent Hills, and everyone, you just heard this massive audible intake of breath in the room, like, ooh. But he was asking a question about the horror genre, right? Okay, what's your relationship with Konami or whatever?
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the most interesting. Actually, I'm not going to tell you about the most interesting thing that he said because I'm going to write about it, and I don't want.
Okay, cool.
I think, but he had a really cool
Hot teases on the Ready Upstream.
Yeah, he had a really cool kind of analogy for his new direction in kind of making video games, and I thought it was quite profound. So to kind of writing a little bit about that. So I'm going to write a article on the VR stuff and principally on Kojima's panel. And Kojima was like very active on across the 3 days and was literally running around Brighton, kind of like going to all of the Quadrophenia kind of locations and taking photos of himself, kind of like as a homage to the film. And there's a fantastic photo of him on Twitter where someone photographed him. I think it was his assistant actually photographed him just laying on a deck chair on the beach with the pier in the background.
Oh, don't kid yourself, Dean. He was playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Well, I was joking about
As
the fact
are
that
we all.
people found a rare Hideomon on the beach. But yeah, no, he seemed to be like loving it. So yeah, cool stuff.
He does know his Western influences.
He's got taste. He's got a very interesting set of influences, and he's got presence as well. Like, you know, he's just, you know, I didn't actually see him outside of the talk, but
you felt him.
I felt him around, yeah. And people were like seeing him in fish and chip shops or working in cafes and things. That was really cool.
Well, to be like in the same space as.
Yeah, to be in the same city as Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not
happen?
the biggest of kind of Hideo Kojima fans, and like I think, you know, some parts of his work are better than others.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's such a visionary auteur. You know, he's got such an important position within the games industry that it's just awesome to, you know, be at an event that is that. It's cool.
So how are you, Scott?
I'm okay. I had a bit of a lousy day yesterday, but that's a long story. But my system is all upgraded, mostly, apparently.
Your PC system or your bodily
yeah, my
system?
PC. Not my internals, no.
No, you haven't done that cybernetic implant yet.
Not yet. We'll think about it.
I'm getting there.
But no, we swapped my GTX 660 OC out for a GTX 970 OC from a friend that I got cheap. Stuck another 16 gig of RAM in there that I got super cheap during a Prime Day thing.
Nice.
So I got 32 gigs of RAM on a system that really doesn't need it, but oh well. I also noticed my CPU was clocked basically at stock or maybe perhaps under stock. And this is a CPU that can be really easily overclocked, and I have a massive fan on it already, so I might push that a little bit. And then I've basically got a full system upgrade, but I already noticed the difference in performance when I started up Overwatch.
Cool.
Which, was able to bump from a mix of medium and high settings at 60 FPS to ultra at 60 FPS, and
Nice.
It looks quite nice.
So explain that fishing mini game, Susan. What was that all
Seems
about?
fairly self-explanatory. Just keeps the line within the green as you try and progress the fish up.
Keep the bar behind the fish.
Right.
Yeah, the fish will jump and you just have to kind of click to keep the bar behind the fish. The better your rod, the bigger that green bar.
Better your... I lost you.
Your...
She's gone.
let's just say that she said, the better your...
Running Man homage.
Sorry,
Yes.
the better the rod, the
There
better,
we go.
the better the rods, the easier it is to catch a fish. Like you start off with like a really small area, so it makes it very hard to keep the fish inside the rod. Inside that green area, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It's built like a lot of fishing mini games. I assume you played a lot of the Street Pass fishing game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I played a lot of that too.
There was a period especially like kind of Wii era, where kind of fishing mini games were just all over the place. Still are to a certain extent, I guess. But
The big one I always remember, and I think a lot of people are like this, and it's not just my nostalgia talking, is a lot of
Say
people...
your bass fishing.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, enjoy your fishing. Enjoy your fishing. Yeah, it was full of all these terrible well, that's a classic tenet of that era anyway. Is like really bad VO. It's just like, enjoy your fishing. I will. It was part of it's part of like the arcade pack on Steam, isn't it? You get that. You get Space Channel 5. You get Crazy Taxi.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
they did
Crazy
a-
Taxi.
And I think you get Sonic Adventure 1 DX. But yeah, the big one I always remember is Ocarina of Time's fishing minigame. You just
I
got
was
Oh,
really
today,
into the
like-
Okami fishing.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. I remember that. Oh sorry, today is the last day of spring. So which means it will be summer tomorrow.
Okay.
Which
In
means
game or in world?
in the game. In the game.
Let's
Okay.
hope their
Because I
summer
don't
is more
believe you.
Oh,
successful.
Yeah. No, in game. So then that means that I need to get ready to plant loads of stuff.
Oh, sweet. So we're going to change up the gameplay.
Ooh, burn.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna change up the gameplay a little bit.
We're going to do what we're going to do instead of kale. We're going to have some lettuce or something.
Well, we'll see what's available. I can't remember what the summer crops are. Probably like
I wouldn't
tomatoes
say-
or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you plant lettuce. Oh, you can plant lettuce all year round, I think.
Yeah, it grows pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I will need.
Sue actually has... You actually have like plants in your window in real life, don't you?
Oh yeah, but they're not really my plants. I'm not very good at looking after plants. I forget that they're there. Yeah, they're not really my plants, but yeah, plants everywhere in this house. Oh yeah, so my day has been okay today.
Oh yes, Susan.
Yes.
How was your day?
Well, we can see
it's
her day
alright.
playing out on the screen, right? It's like she milked the cows and then
I
she
milked some
harvested
cows.
the kale.
Yeah. Harvested all that kale and all them potatoes and the garlic that I forgot that I planted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my day today was fairly standard. So a friend of mine at work, it was her last day today because she's going on maternity leave. So that was quite sweet.
So she'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, she'll be back in 2 weeks. She'll be back in 2
Call
weeks.
back.
And yeah, it was nice. Everyone kind of stopped working at like 3:30 to go have cake and Bucks Fizz, and my
Wow.
friend
If
was
you
like,
want to see some more,
good lord. So
that's what Fox is, right?
Yeah, it was.
the only thing was that my friend got like a bit over enthusiastic about pouring Bucks Fizz, and she poured like a shot measure in like loads and loads of glasses, so everybody had like a shot of Bucks Fizz, and it was really weird.
That's not how you do Bucks Fizz.
No, that's not how you do Bucks Fizz. We kept telling her to stop pouring, but she just kept going.
Is it not kind of what is Bucks Fizz? It's wine and orange
Sparkling
juice.
wine.
Sparkling wine and orange juice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were having it in shot glasses.
Well, not even shot glasses, like paper cups.
Oh.
She was only pouring enough in. She was trying to I think what she was trying to do was try to distribute it evenly.
Yeah.
And then she ended up only giving like an amount equivalent to a shot glass to,
Wow.
to all the people that were in there. And it was a bit like, okay, this is weird. But it was okay in the end. And everyone sat in the pub and had like a couple of comments and things, debated on how old certain people are. We made a sweepstake on how old somebody is.
Yeah.
The results of that will be pending on Monday, so we'll see what
Okay.
happens. There's like about 8 or 9 quid in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like guessing the amount of sweets in a jar, but you get to offend someone at the same time.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But yeah, today's been okay.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, I've just been very tired though. This is I forgot how soothing it is to play this game.
Someone's blowing on the mic again.
Sorry.
I think Fran might have gone to sleep.
I've been
She's
so
snoring.
relaxed by watching Susan play this game. I was
See, it's pretty chill, isn't it?
slowly dropping off. What can I
Well,
say?
it is casual Fridays. It's not a problem to chill out once in a while.
I am actually really tired, and this relaxing visual that I'm watching, it's because it's so repetitive as well that I'm just kind of like slowly being hypnotized
It's
somewhat.
Newton's pendulum of video games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because I'm not obviously interacting with it either.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Is so how was Kerbal going?
Kerbal was
it's
going
an absolute disaster.
spectacularly. I don't know what
There
you're
was
talking
two
about, Dean.
contradictions right there. Spectacular and disaster. Would you like me to
Spectacularly
give you the real
disastrous.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put those two words together, and that's exactly what it was.
No, I was actually starting to make some progress, like, after killing multiple Kerbals.
Oh no.
I was starting to make some progress, just as everything went wrong with the encoding on the stream.
Oh no.
I was starting to figure out how to, like, separate the sections on the rocket and things, and it made it look more like a rocket. But we did get in the air once before the stream crashed, so...
Yeah. Are all of those things dead now, Susan?
Yeah, because these are spring plants and it's summer now.
What were they anyway? I noticed you
Blue
weren't harvesting.
jazz.
Oh, so they were just for the
Just for
bees.
the bees, yeah. Oh shit. I shouldn't really be using this pickaxe to do this, but I can't bother to go get the scythe. Oh, bloody hell. This is where the pressure really starts, because I've got to like try and sort all this stuff out before...
Oh yeah, it's like the final boss in a video game. This is...
It's just like you got to do all the regular chores. The shop opens at like 9, and then I can go buy seeds, and then I want to plant everything by the end of today.
So if you don't, are you completely screwed then?
It just means that things will be a day behind, and they won't like grow as
Yeah.
quickly, and I won't be able to like make as much money. Which I guess is the ultimate goal here, no?
Yeah, I mean, you look fairly comfortably off at the moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay. I was thinking of like demolishing big parts of my farm.
Just build a big mansion instead.
I have a mansion.
Oh.
No, I was thinking of building a slime hutch. A slime. So slimes are like these little creatures that are in the dungeons and things, and they don't really serve any purpose except like I'm trying to think like what you can do with slimes. But you can like raise them in like a in a hutch. But it gets like kind of dangerous in there unless you have like a particular item to make.
Why would you want to raise them? Can you milk them or?
No, you can't milk them, but
Slime.
they might drop like valuable items and things like that.
What would you milk from slime?
Slime.
Slime.
Slime,
Ectoplasm.
obviously. Slime and more slime. So yeah, okay. So now the shop should be open, but there's all this stuff all over the place. Look at this. Like there's like rocks and things all over the place. It makes it.
Where did they all
really
come
hard.
from?
They just pop up. It's really annoying. Like when you first start the farm, like it's just covered with stones and bits of logs and things like that. that you need to clear before you can plant anything. But then you know the double-edged sword is that your character gets too tired from like clearing that stuff and doesn't have enough energy to like plant things, which is really annoying.
You should get your useless husband, to clear some blocks.
Every now and then he'll be like, oh, I've helped you with something, and it's something completely useless that he's done. He's like, oh, I watered your plants for you. It's like, I have fucking sprinklers that do that. You don't need to do anything. You just wasted a day.
I tried to help you in the greenhouse, but I accidentally smashed all of the panes of glass, sorry.
Basically, yeah. Although he did repair fences one day, so that was useful.
I honestly don't know how much more of this I can take.
So soothing.
Wow. Okay.
It's how about I get to the end of this day and then we'll call it, yeah?
I was
I
didn't
really
want
think
to
we-
say it.
I don't know. We're on two opposite extremes here. Like I know that this series is super fun and really rewarding, but it probably isn't super engaging if you've never played it before. So I will say in its defense, like it does require a time investment, but you do get a lot back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I have the time. That's the thing with this game. It
Yeah.
does look like.
What do you mean? You have 95 hours.
Yeah,
Susan.
95 hours, that's true. I do have a lot of hours.
You probably end up playing this in an old people's home still, wouldn't you?
Probably. I have too
Everyone
many...
else is playing Pokemon Go and you're just playing this.
I think I have too many, I've bought too many seeds. Shit.
Well, that's alright, you can save some for next year, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Spangles. Nice.
Spangles.
Spangle seed hops. I could grow hops or corn.
Oh yeah, getting some craft beer brewing.
I could get some craft beer brewing. The thing is,
Yeah,
it takes space. It takes up space though.
that's totally what I'd be doing if
That's
I was
what
playing
I'm
this
I was
game.
going to say that sounds like that's what I'd be doing as well. I'd make the space to have a like a microbrewery.
Yeah, exactly. American IPAs all the way.
Nice. I don't think I've ever grown red cabbage, so I'll probably grow some cabbage.
You can't make beer out of cabbage, Susan.
Or maybe she can.
Or
Maybe
maybe
you
I
can.
can.
Maybe
Maybe I
hit on
can.
some kind of like radical new recipe that's going to take the hipsters by storm.
You guys are perked up at the
Cabbage
mention of
infused beer.
potentially growing beer. Well,
Yeah.
producing beer.
It's the most exciting thing that's happened in ages.
I just wish I had one in my hand right now.
Yeah.
We've got some
I don't
craft
have
beers
one.
in the cupboard actually. Like Rob signed up for one of those subscription boxes things and got like loads of beer. And then
It's a
it's just
craft
taken...
beer subscription box.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
me.
can get like you get like 9 beers or something, like a pop, and like every 2 or 3 months.
I
Oh
suppose it's a
shit.
bit of a risk because I don't tend to like kind of porters and things like that. So
Yeah, no, it's
You
weird. So
start
some of them
something
have
like
been really nice, and then some of them have just been like a bit like, ugh.
yeah.
You know.
Although, like, you could team up with someone who, oh, you just completely destroyed your bee house there.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you could totally team up with someone who liked exactly the opposite kinds of beers to you, and then you could kind of share the thing, couldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose you
That's
could.
a cool idea, though. I like that idea.
Oh god, stress. What am I doing? I need to water these fucking things. Yeah, I say stress because I was like, what am I doing? And then I've got to clear all this stuff, and yeah, this is there's just too much to do. Like now, and it's already 12:20. Maybe if I just start up here at the top, then.
I approve of the name of your dog.
My dog.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what. Poochie. Yeah.
Yeah. I do approve of Poochie.
In Harvest Moon, you could get like the little elf thingies to do your labour for you, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. It was usually required. That was a
Oh,
bit
what's
further in.
happening? Oh, it's the cloud. I thought the well was leaking.
Just be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that was usually a bit further in, and it wasn't. I don't know. I can't even remember if it was in the original SNES one, but definitely the later games had that. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's none of that shit in this game, which is a bit annoying. You can't. There's no like labor. It's just you. I
But
mean, like, apart from automatically watering your plants.
the amazing thing about this for Harvest Moon hardcore fans is that it's so beloved on Steam that it's probably going to be supported for a very long time.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
true.
Like, even you might have done everything now, but if you come back in a year or two,
That's true. I did wonder about like the
Get some more
longevity.
mundane tasks. Yay!
You really don't
no,
like
no,
it, do
and
you?
not only that, like apart from the co-op mode that's coming, there is
Oh shit!
the game does have workshop support, and I've seen all sorts of crazy things pop up on there.
Yeah.
So from to like new sprites for and decorations for the game, to new characters, to different kind of like weird mechanisms. A lot of the sort of Minecraft stuff you saw
Yeah.
Are they introducing macros?
that they might
You know,
already be getting. I don't know.
so like instead of doing all this shit over and over again, you can get it automatically.
You'd still probably need to like go and do it, but maybe the macro might automate like a couple of the key presses.
Oh
Because
bollocks!
if it completely automated everything without a heavy cost penalty in some way, then that would break the game.
What are you doing?
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean
You
to
just
like.
broke all those barrels.
I didn't mean to do that. Fuck.
This has got this has livened up a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, I was like, because I'm trying to like, I didn't buy the correct amount of seeds, so now everything's all weird and uneven, and then I positioned myself wrong with the hoe, and then I just like destroyed like my fucking artisan corner.
It's like the end of the conversation where Gene Hackman to bits and then sits there playing the saxophone on the record.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like the appeal of early Harvest Moon in this game is you're in such a rush to do everything. You're kind of on a time limit to get everything planted and get to the point where you're fully sustainable. Because that energy meter is
Bitch.
really, yeah, it's really limited early on.
Yeah, very much so. Right. Well, oh, I suppose I can plant stuff over here. Oh, everything's gonna be weird and uneven. Ugh.
There was usually like a center point in the middle of the crops that you had to lose a plant on in Harvest Moon, so that doesn't surprise me that there's something.
Well, I could get like super duper sprinklers now, I suppose. That would like cover entire mass, like 64 by 64 squares.
Oh wow.
But I'm like really lazy, and that involves like setting that up is more work than I'm prepared to do at the moment. If that makes sense. So I'm kind of happy just doing this, because then like they just water that little area, and then that's kind of done.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about it too much anymore. But oh, for fuck's sake! I keep like destroying my I keep destroying my stuff.
You have introduced anarchy to this farm.
I have. Well, if my husband was any help. What is he even doing? And who's looking after our baby? He better be looking after our baby.
Ask about the baby, actually. I suppose child service has been round.
I don't know.
Is that the latest mod on Steam Workshop? The
Social services popping
social
around.
services mod. You've got to appease them.
Appease him. You got to just like poke your baby every now and then, make sure it's okay.
Homeschooling.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure that this is how this works, but you know, I'm sure babies take 14 days, so what do I know? Okay, so it's 7:20 PM in the game at the moment, and I have not finished planting everything. And I'm probably, I don't know, will I finish planting everything? The pressure's on.
See, I think my job's stressful enough, but I think actually working on a farm would be more stressful.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, I don't think this is a better deal, leaving an office job for a farm. I don't think I'd want to do it.
No, I don't think it's something that I would legit want to do in real life. But you know, it's the principle.
In
is
this
still
one, you
there,
get
isn't
cake
it?
festivals and to marry anybody you like, and there's all these events that happen.
We get cake day at work.
Oh, we have
Okay.
cake club at work too.
Yeah, so we get cake anyway.
Speaking of which, it's my cake club in a couple of weeks.
Fran, I thought we were to never speak about Cake Club.
Oh,
That's
right.
the first rule of Cake
That's the
Club,
first
right?
rule of
Yeah.
Cake Club, yes. So in Cake Club, so we take it in turns to bake something for the week.
Cake Club is a lie.
Cake Club is a lie, yeah. So I was going to try and make a peach cobbler for my one with a lacto-free homemade peach ice cream. So I need to test that recipe out actually, because there's somebody who is lactose intolerant.
Okay.
So I was trying to be nice and make like lacto-free ice cream. But I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh god,
Is
it's
that like
20
a
to 10.
sorbet, basically?
No, you instead of like using milk, you use coconut milk
Oh,
or
okay.
coconut
okay.
cream.
I love coconut milk.
Lovely.
Mm.
Oh,
Sounds
right.
lovely.
In game, it's 20 to 10. I was going to say, no, in real life, it's closer
Yeah,
to
I
20 to
was
11.
really confused.
Sorry. Yeah, in game it's like 20 to 10. Oh, it's fucking hops.
Does that mean it ends soon?
I was going to say.
Well,
I might be accidentally falling asleep
I
in
suggested
real
that.
life.
Oh, why wouldn't you plant?
It's your hypnotic planting that's done it, Suze.
Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at the dots as you put them down, and I'm
Oh,
just.
sorry.
This
What
game
was
has
that?
slowly won me over, though. The more I
It's-
watch the dots, the more I've
it's-
been subliminally forced into wanting
think,
to
Fran,
be a
if-
farmer.
If you just plough another 5x5 square, you could get even more raisin.
What can I say? Nothing wrong with a bit of ploughing.
What's that random bit of kale going on there?
Oh no, that's like a weed.
Oh,
Or like some grass.
I think ploughing has to be one of my favourite made-up swear words in a video game.
Where was it?
Like the way it's used in The Witcher, it's like they're always
right.
just saying,
Oh,
"Plough
yeah.
the elves."
Oh, I was thinking
Having
of
a good ploughing.
I was thinking of streaming my playthrough of The Witcher 3 because I've never played it before.
Okay.
Would somebody be willing to join me in some chatter?
Yeah, I'll
time.
drop in every now and again. I don't know if I want to.
Potentially,
chat
but
for all of
I'm
it,
the
but-
crazy person who wants to finish the first two first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join you at some point, Susan.
I haven't finished Witcher 3, but I've played nearly all of it.
Okay.
But I really like Witcher 3.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite games in a good long time.
And
It's
talking of Witcher 3.
12:30 a.m. in the game.
Oh, man.
I'm really pushing things here
The
because
limits
like,
of human endurance. Are you
Yeah.
trying to plant all of the
I'm trying to plant as much as I can before my character passes out. My character will pass out at about 2 a.m.
Right.
So, and I've got to oh shit! I've got to.
It's getting too real here, Sue.
It's getting far too real. I've got to shut the barn doors and that because otherwise my goats and shit will be really annoyed with me the next day. No, it's 1:20. I might just make it. I don't think I've. Oh no, I have planted everything I have, so that's good.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, it's 1:30 and I still have to water these hops. There we go, we're done. I'm gonna close up everything here. It's
You got
1:40.
7 crystals, which entitles you to 35 seconds.
Basically. Oh, 1:10. No, don't, no, shit. She passed out.
Like right in front of your door.
Yeah, right in front of my door. Shit, never mind. She's okay. She's okay.
You're just going to sleep in front of the well tonight.
Yeah. Okay, she woke up here, she's fine. But my energy took a hit and I started the day with half an energy bar.
But that should be a
Listen to
decent
this one.
haul once that's all grown.
Yeah, that will be an amazing haul once it's all grown. Melons are like really valuable, but they take forever to grow. So yeah, that's pretty much this game actually.
Yeah, we did it all. Well done,
So
Yeah.
guys.
technically, I don't need to play it. I've just seen
No.
it happen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you've basically seen it happen. It's fine. You don't
I
have to
still
do
think you've not really delved into what
I have, Scott. Trust me.
the event system is really like. A lot is going on there in terms of like festivals and.
And I'm sure Sue will tell me all about it.
Okay,
I can tell you all about it, but maybe not at this moment in time.
maybe not right now.
I agree.
So, shall we wrap the stream up?
Yeah, let's wrap this stream up. It's
Okay.
It's all good. So, thank you for joining us, everybody, whoever was
Stay awake for the outro, guys.
here. Stay awake from the outro.
Sorry, I just fell asleep in front of my door. I just
Didn't make
passed
it to
out.
you.
Couldn't help it.
Okay then. Alright, so thanks for joining us. Thanks for sitting through the Kerbal problems earlier. And
Yes, apologies.
thank you for sitting through Stardew with us. And we'll see you again. So it's bye from me, Susan.
Bye from me, Scott.
And me, Dean.
And me, Fran.
Bye.
Goodbye.